We still have the issue of the boat, to bring the boat down, how to bring it down. And I kind of want to just take off the lines and leave and just go.
When you live on a boat and you're a full-time cruiser and you want to move, it's pretty simple. All your stuff's already on the boat, everything you own is with you, you just pick up and go. But Ivy and I live on the boat, but we're not full-time cruisers. We're still tied to land life. Chris just started a new job in Key West, and Ivy's finishing up her job in Jacksonville. Now we have to figure out how to get Ivy and the boat down to Key West, and we only have a week and 2 weekends to do it. Aeon is a full displacement trawler. We average about 6 knots, which is 7 or 8 miles per hour. It would normally take us at least 2 weeks to get down to Key West from Jacksonville, and that's if we were rushing. We're going to need a lot of things to go right. We're going to need a lot of help from friends in order to make this happen in the 10-day period I have for my spring break. That's right, I'm back at Hank's, just like my first night in Key West, but I have a new friend with me this afternoon. Yep, Ivy made it down to Key West for a short trip, just to do some planning and to hold us over until we can really be together again. Here we are in a planning session with Shane. He's giving us our options for fuel stops, anchorages, and generally just helping us learn how to be cruisers. He and his wife Lisa have been instrumental in even giving us the confidence to try this, and I don't know what we would do without them. Thank you, Shane and Lisa. It means more to us than we can say. That night we all went out to dinner, and then we went and saw a show. If you're ever in Key West and Carrie Daly is playing, make sure you check her out. She's a super talented musician and puts on a great show.
We walk the line, try to see, falling behind, could see, bring me a higher love, bring me a higher love, bring me a higher love. I want money, but I want money.
Next morning, we visited our new home, a very cool marina right outside of the Old Town section of Key West. We were impressed by the new facilities. There's the charter boat row, very historic and scenic. There's even a floating barbecue restaurant. Lots of trawlers to admire. And our slip, number 42, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. And from our slip, you can see where I work. That's my school.
Okay, so our plans to move down to Key West has evolved. We initially thought that we will both go down for our spring break and stay down there until the summer, and then both come up and while leaving the boat here in storage, and then both come up and bring the boat down to Key West during the beginning of the summer, June, and take our time, visit places, and enjoy the trip. Um, we then decided that was kind of like a long time to not have our boat and possibly not be together. So um, then our friend Shane kind of came up with a plan, and we were like, yeah, sounds good. That he will come up and start a trip with me, and then I will, and then Chris will join me when his spring break will start. So he will join me for my spring break, and then Christopher will join me when his spring break starts. So then we kind of changed it up and said, okay, maybe Christopher can come all the way up and start a trip with me. And then wherever we were at the end of his spring break, Shane will come up and replace him and continue the trip and finish the trip with me to Key West. Last week, I decided I did not want to stay here waiting through the end of my spring break and the beginning of his spring break. So I was not having a great week at work, and I was ready to go, and I decided I wanted to go. And I thought, I'll just leave, I'll just go, I'll just start moving. And then I was like, well, maybe I can see if somebody will join me that's already up here. So I texted everybody and see who was willing or able. And friends from Star Stuff said they might be able to join me. So either both of them or just Julie might join me and start a trip at the beginning of my spring break. So in the meantime, we're doing some maintenance and some repairs and making sure the boat is 100%. And the mechanic is coming to get some stuff squared away. And that's probably going to be at the beginning of next week, maybe this weekend, most likely beginning of next week. And he said that he'll try to fit us in, even though he's very busy. So, so that's the plan. And if that doesn't happen, then we'll probably wait until Chris gets here and we'll start the trip then. And if that doesn't happen, who knows? There will be a plan that has not been thought of yet. And either way, it's going to be fine. We're going to bring the boat down. We're going to make this happen. And either way, I gave my notice. I don't have a job anymore. And Giovanna's coming to get my car the 12th, 13th, right when my spring break starts. And I won't even have a car if I wanted to stay and work. So there's that. So it's going to be fine. We're ready. We're zen about it, actually. We're thinking, it's stressful. It's a little stressful. It's been a long time, but we're ready. I don't know if it was a good idea for me to stay this long, but it happened and it's fine and I feel okay about it. And, I gave notice. Giovanna's coming to get the car, switch, downsize the storage unit from a 10 by 10 to a 10 by 5. So we'll save a little money on that and looking at jobs and looking forward to the trip. Either way, it's going to be a great trip, no matter how it happens. And I'm ready to stay along the way if I have to. And I'm ready to start moving. And, I'm sure I could bring the boat down if I need to on my own. I would rather not. And I'm glad there's people that are willing to help me. And I will take everybody's help. But I'm looking forward to heading down to Key West. We have a slip available for the 1st. So it's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm provisioning. I'm buying food. I'm buying supplies. And we'll be ready to go. So looking forward to it. It is the morning after. There are lots of... Great. Okay. This is the morning after. There are a lot of parts of the body that are not feeling great, that are hurting. There was a lot of questionable texting and posting last night. So sorry.